Welcome back on this Friday morning. So as we head towards the weekend, we are in for a cooler and a windy weekend. And we're also going to have some lake effect snow with some minor accumulations. This is a reminder that we live in the UP. And even though we're headed to spring, we still have the potential of getting some snow. Then next week, we are in for another warm stretch, as been the case here this past winter for us. As far as snowfall amounts, we're looking at maybe even pushing around 3 inches of snow across the northeast end of the UP. I'm talking about Alger County, northern Schoolcraft, as well as Luce and Chippewa counties. Otherwise, other areas in the central and the west end of the UP look to range around ½ of an inch to about an inch of accumulation, basically from Saturday extending into Sunday morning. So here's the setup. Here's what's happening. We have this frontal boundary passing through the region. High pressure will gradually be moving in. It'll allow for some stronger winds with an upper level little trough that's digging through the region, and some of that colder air, all of that will kind of combine to give us that lake effect snow into the weekend. Now this morning, we've noticed some very light rain over portions of Green Bay. That's kind of trying to work into the southern counties of the UP with a little mixture. So as the day progresses, we could have a few slick spots as some very light spotty rain showers kind of pass through the region. Not widespread by any means, but for sure going to have some of those slick spots. As we head towards the evening, we start to shift with that colder air moving in, and then by tomorrow morning, we start to see the lake effect snow develop along our northerly wind belt. So anywhere from Gogebic County to the Keweenaw, the north central and the northeastern areas will be dealing with some of this lake effect snow, becoming more northwesterly oriented and ramping up across the northeastern areas by the mid-afternoon tomorrow. As we head towards tomorrow night, there's another surge of that moisture and snow that forms in the eastern half of the UP. This is 9:30 tomorrow night, and then it continues into Sunday morning. This is Sunday morning about 8 a.m. And then the rest of Sunday, actually, things start to dry out and some cloud cover starts to clear out. It will be a bit of a windy weekend as well, with some of that colder air moving in. We're expecting that wind to increase out of the northwest, gusts of 30 to 35, but maybe even pushing near 40 miles per hour near Lake Superior at times on Sunday afternoon. So basically some windy conditions for tomorrow as well as Sunday. So with that being coming into play, be mindful that roads can be slippery at times, especially on Saturday. We could have some very brief reduced visibilities from those gusty winds. Again, gusts of around 30 to near 40 miles per hour. This morning, though, it's quiet. It's clear over downtown Marquette, but the cloud cover will be increasing here throughout the day. Our high temperatures will have lower to mid 30s in the west end today, to some lower 40s across the south central, and then lower to mid 40s across the east. Overnight lows generally will be in the lower to mid 20s on the west end of the UP, with upper 20s to lower 30s across the east end. And then tomorrow, we will have our temperatures kind of ranging a little bit more seasonal. Most areas in the lower 30s. We could have a few mid 30s right along Lake Michigan. So as we look towards next week, though, this little trough that's digging in this for today and into the weekend will be moving on out. A big ridge will start to move back in, and that's going to bring in another bout of warm conditions. So we're back to above normal temperatures